Sometimes one conversation can change the way we see money forever. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by rice fields and small streams, lived a young man named Arman. He was 26 years old and worked at a textile shop. Though hard-working and sincere, Arman often felt tired because his monthly salary was just enough to cover his basic needs and leave behind a small portion for savings. For the past 3 years, he had been saving carefully, avoiding unnecessary expenses. The coins and notes he placed in a jar at home seemed to sleep silently rather than multiply. One evening, while walking back from the shop, Arman sat near the village pond and whispered to himself, "How do people become wealthy?" His thoughts troubled him because he knew he could not take another job. His current one already consumed most of his time and energy. That night, while discussing his worries with a friend, he heard about Mr. Karim, an older man living at the edge of the village who was well known for his success. Mr. Karim was not born rich, yet today he owned farmland, a small mill, and rental houses. People said his money worked for him, not the other way around. The very next day, on his weekly day off, Arman gathered courage and went to visit Mr. Karim. He found him sitting calmly on a wooden chair under a neem tree. The scene itself was inspiring. Here was a man who did not look stressed, yet he lived comfortably. Arman explained his desire. He wanted to learn how to make his money grow even while he was busy working. Mr. Karim listened with a kind smile and said, "Many people only begin to think about passive income when they are old and tired, but the earlier you learn, the greater the benefit." The first step is simple but powerful. You must save. Do not be tempted to borrow money for investment at the beginning. A small seed saved honestly is better than a large seed borrowed in fear. Continue to put aside a portion of your income, even if it feels little. Discipline is the real foundation. He already had some savings, but now understood their importance as seeds for future growth. Mr. Karim continued, "The second step is to control your desires. Many young people earn their first good salary and immediately think about buying a new phone, a motorbike, or fancy clothes. Instead, you must resist the urge and remind yourself that wealth is not built by showing off. Keep your expenses modest, and your savings will have a chance to work for you." These words hit Arman deeply, because he too had dreamed of buying an expensive phone, yet he realized it would leave him empty-handed later. He promised himself to wait. Mr. Karim. Now, the third step is to search for opportunities. It means finding simple ways to let your money create more money. Look at Shafiq, who started renting out bicycles with only a few hundred rupees, and now children from nearby villages line up to borrow them. Or look at Hina, who used her savings to buy a sewing machine, and now earns steadily by stitching clothes. You do not need millions to start. You need eyes to see and courage to begin. Arman felt his heart open as he realized opportunities had always been around, but he had ignored them, thinking only about his job. They walked further, and Mr. Karim explained the fourth step. Once you find an opportunity, do not wait forever. Fear and overthinking destroy more dreams than failure ever will. If you keep waiting for the perfect plan, you will wait all your life. He thought of his small savings and how he could perhaps buy 2 goats or rent a tiny stall for snacks. He understood that even if mistakes came, they would teach him lessons. Mr. Karim raised his hand and said, "Too many people eat all the profit they earn and wonder why nothing changes. Let your first success feed your next." He sold the milk, saved the earnings, and bought another cow. Arman's eyes shone with excitement. Mr. Karim then spoke of the sixth step. Diversify. If one dries up, the other will keep you alive. Maybe goats at first, then later some rental property or a small store. Spread your risk, and you will sleep peacefully. Finally, Mr. Karim shared the seventh and most important step. Patience. Passive income is like a tree. Many people quit because they do not see results quickly. But those who stay consistent, keep learning, and adapt to changes will eventually enjoy a life of freedom. Remember, knowledge is never complete. You must keep reading, asking, and improving. As the sun began to set, Armand felt a wave of gratitude. He thanked Mr. Karim for his generosity and promised to begin his journey immediately, starting small but dreaming big. I will plant seeds and watch them grow. His heart felt light because he now knew money could be a servant instead of a master. And just like that, Armand's new chapter began, filled with hope, discipline, and patience. Now, before we close today's story, let us learn some useful new words together. Passive income. Money earned with little or no daily effort, usually after an initial setup. Example: renting out a shop provides passive income every month. Asset. Something valuable that can provide benefits in the future. Investment. The act of putting money into something with the hope of making more money later. Example: she made an investment in a tailoring business. Savings. Money kept aside instead of spent. Example: he used his savings to buy a goat. Diversify. To spread investments into different areas to reduce risk. Example: it is wise to diversify your income streams. Patience. The ability to wait calmly for results. Example: building wealth requires patience and discipline. Consistent. Doing something regularly without stopping. Example: being consistent in saving helps money grow. Adapt. To adjust to new conditions or changes. Example: successful people adapt to challenges instead of giving up. Today, we not only listened to a meaningful story but also learned practical English words that you can use in daily life. Remember, learning English and learning about life can go hand in hand. And keep believing in yourself. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next story where we will continue to learn, grow, and move closer to success together.